All right, and this is an application, Bashan. Court is calling 2020 CR 4520, State of Texas versus Amanda Carroll Griffin. Have parties announced for the record for the state.
Brittany Mitchell for the state.
Assistant
Defense.
Public Defender Renee Munoz on behalf of Ms. Griffin.
And are you Miss Griffin?
I am. Miss.
All right, Miss Griffin, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am, I sure did.
Did you understand you're charged with assault, family second offense? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She sure has.
Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 6 years of the prison. State recommends community supervision. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Britlee, Britlee, Sue Griffin, and Carol Stobaugh, Stobaugh. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years. There be a MIC evaluation, TAIP evaluation, and anger management. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
State any evidence?
Your Honor, we offer State's Exhibit number 1 and all attachments.
No objection.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Respectfully request that the court honor the plea bargain agreements on behalf of my client. Pretty much it, Judge.
All right. The repeat enhancement allegation that's been waived, who was the complainant in that case?
It was her mother. Yes, Judge.
All right. So, Ms. Griffin, it appears that you have an issue. What is your issue? I know everybody who comes in there has issues, right? But I don't understand the violence against family members.
Yeah, the relationship with my mom and dad wasn't the best growing up.
Why not?
They abandoned me.
Okay. All right. So how old are you?
40.
All right. At some point in time, you're going to have to address those issues because whatever trauma you have in the past, whatever you feel like your parents didn't do, because nobody's given a parenting book, and some people have horrible parents. They do. That's a fact. But you cannot continue on the vein that you're continuing on because maybe your parents were not the best of parents.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, when you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Negative.
All right. And are there any alcohol issues with you?
Absolutely not.
Are you employed?
Not currently, no, ma'am.
So how do you support yourself?
I've been just kind of, I am employed. I'm a delivery driver for Grubhub and
Mhm.
DoorDash right now, and a few other delivery companies. It's kind of touch and go with like my vehicle, and I have 3 dogs that, they're my life and my family. So I just got approved for housing with Opportunity Home, and I went down and filled out the paperwork for that, for the secondary, I guess, application there.
Mhm.
About 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. They told me it would be about 2 to 3 months before I was contacted to get in somewhere. So currently I'm trying to.
So where are you living now? And when I say living, do you have a place to stay?
I stay with a friend or in my vehicle.
Okay. And do you have any children?
I do, but they're grown.
How old are they?
Well, my youngest is 16, but he's with my mother. And the next one is 18, and then
All right.
Britlee is 21. And then I have
Why is the 16-year-old with your mother?
because he didn't want to come back and live with me at my house before I got evicted, because I made him follow the rules. He wanted to go to my mom's when he got kicked out of school up in Comal County.
Mhm.
Because he gets everything that he wants over there. He didn't have to follow the rules and stuff like that. So
There's something going on here. I don't know what's going on here, but there are some issues. And I'm trying to figure out what those issues are. Have you ever had a mental health diagnosis?
yes, ma'am, I sure have.
All right, and
Yes, ma'am.
what is that?
It was bipolar 2, agoraphobia, PTSD.
All right, so are you under a doctor's care
I
currently?
am not. I went to CSCD, I guess.
CSCH.
CSCH, yeah. And when I was released from prison in 2020, and they told me that I didn't qualify, I didn't need services
All
at
right.
that time.
I think
So
she needs some services. Yes,
Yes,
counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. That's why in the plea bargain agreements, it's my understanding that it should be supervised under the MIC caseload and be coordinated, set up with CHCS for reevaluation, diagnosis, possible medication.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. As previously stated, the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 6 years. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Britley, Britlee, Sue Griffin, or Carolyn, Carolyn Stobar, Stobauh. There's going to be a MIC evaluation, anger management. I'm going to want a TAIP evaluation. Follow the recommendations of TAIP, but if TAIP wants inpatient treatment, we'll start with intensive outpatient treatment. Go ahead and do a referral to Center for Healthcare Services. I'm going to want a UA today. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular UAs, parenting classes, 200 hours of community service restitution. Once parenting classes are completed, that will be deemed satisfied. Proof of employment within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month. And that'll be until she is placed either on the MIC caseload or has a mental health case manager. After that has been completed, then probation, you can do field visits that you deem necessary. And if they could also help her with housing. Probation, is there anything else?
Your Honor, you said you wanted a UA today. Is that before the courtroom?
Yes. Right. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
no, thank you for the housing.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Everybody, I don't know anybody who grew up with Mary Poppins as their parent. Everybody always has some issues with their parents. Some of us have more issues with our parents than others. Some of us have horrible parents. Some of us have good parents, but we just go astray. I don't know what the issue is with your family, but the fact that your son is living with your mom tells me that there are some issues. You're not to have any contact with those family members. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If later down the line, if they want to have contact with you because they see that things are going well, it would probably be best for you and your family members to be able to sit down and calmly have a objective third party, probably a therapist, to see if there can be any repairs to your relationship. Because at some point in time, you're responsible for all of your actions, right? And you can't continue to blame abandonment issues on your actions.
You're right. Yes,
All right.
yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be
Thank-
excused?
Yes, you may be excused.
Thank you.
State of Texas versus Amanda Carol Griffin. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, hand, Your Honor.
And are you Ms. Griffin?
Yes, ma'am.
Albert Gear for defendant, Ms.
Right,
Griffin,
thank
Your
you.
Honor.
Ms. Griffin, did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same? I'm sorry, could I have that last file back? Are you the same Amanda Carroll Griffin who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 4520 for the offense of assault family household member previous conviction on September 18, 2023 for a period of 6 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
About the 9th day of January 2025 in Defendant, Texas, the defendant Amanda Carroll Griffith committed defense possession of controlled substance when they group 1 in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
Not a way to remain violated.
Any objections?
No objections, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 6 years in prison?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. It is to deny the motion and continue her on her probation. She is to go to plea on the theft case and the misdemeanor case to judgment sat. And then we will also take in consideration cause number 2025 PF 01181, which is the possession case she pled true to, and to alter and amend her conditions to include UBRF.
Probation, is this your recommendation?
Yes.
Are you asking the court to follow this recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court will find violation of condition number 1 true. The court will deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include the following. Take in consideration it was 2025, 2025 PF 0181. Referral for DDRF. Probation, is there anything else?
Want to make it clear that the other number 1 will need to be disclosed before she's even placed on it.
All right, so that needs to be disposed of as quickly as possible. Otherwise, you're going to be in limbo and they're not going to accept you.
Yes, Judge, I communicated that with County Court number 4 yesterday and told that was set on the same day as today. So hopefully we can go right over there and take care of it.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Judge. Good to see you. May I be
You too.
excused?